When did your military nickname become permanently stuck? Basic training, week 2. I was Private Curtis Hammond, fresh out of high school trying to prove I belonged in the army. Everything was going fine until the night we got our first MREs. They gave us 30 minutes to eat dinner in the field. Standard military rations. Chicken and noodles, crackers, pound cake, the usual stuff. I grabbed my meal and sat down with my squad. That's when it started. My stomach made this noise. Not a normal stomach growl. This was different. Deep, rumbling, almost musical. Lasted a solid 5 seconds. The guy next to me, Private Dalton Reed, started laughing. Dude, was that you? Before I could answer, it happened again. Louder this time. My stomach was putting on a concert and I had no control over it. The whole squad was cracking up. Even our team leader, Sergeant Brennan, was trying not to smile. Hammond, you good over there? Yes, Sergeant. Just my stomach. It kept happening. Every few minutes, these long rumbling sounds that everyone could hear. Turned out I was lactose intolerant and didn't know it. The cheese spread in the MRE was destroying my digestive system. By lights out, the entire platoon had heard my stomach symphony. The nickname started immediately. Tubas, they called me, because my stomach sounded like a tuba section warming up. I thought it would fade after a few days. Wrong. My body apparently hated military food. Didn't matter what I ate. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. My stomach provided constant background music. During morning formation, dead silent, then my stomach would unleash a 5-second rumble that echoed across the parade ground. During rifle training, middle of instruction, everyone would hear it and try not to laugh. Sergeant Brennan pulled me aside after 3 weeks. Hammond, you need to see medical about this. It's becoming a distraction. Medical gave me lactose pills and dietary advice. Helped a little, but my stomach still made noise randomly. The nickname was permanent now. Even drill sergeants called me Tubas. Graduated basic training as Tubas Hammond. Got assigned to Fort Stewart in Georgia. First day at my new unit, someone asked my name. Private Hammond. My squad leader from basic was there, transferring to the same unit. That's Tubas. Trust me, you'll hear why soon enough. Within a week, everyone knew. Formation, training, chow hall. My stomach announced my presence everywhere. Guys would bet on how many times it would rumble during a briefing. But here's where it got weird. We deployed to Afghanistan in 2012. Remote outpost near Kandahar. Small unit, maybe 40 guys, surrounded by nothing but desert and hostiles. 4th week there, we're doing night patrol through this abandoned village. Complete darkness, using night vision. Communication is hand signals only. Total silence required. We're moving through narrow streets when my squad leader, Staff Sergeant Quincy, signals everyone to freeze. He heard something. Possible enemy movement ahead. We're all holding position, barely breathing, trying to identify the threat. Then my stomach starts up. That familiar deep rumble. Normally this would be embarrassing, but something different happened. The sound echoed off the mud walls in this weird way. Sounded exactly like a diesel generator starting up. The Taliban fighters ahead of us thought we had vehicle support. We heard them on a radio scanner talking in Pashto. Our interpreter whispered the translation. They say American trucks are coming. Multiple vehicles. They're pulling back. My stomach rumbled again. Longer this time. The echo made it sound like heavy machinery. The enemy fighters retreated completely. We advanced through the village and found their position. They'd left weapons, ammunition, supplies, fled because my digestive system convinced them we had armored support. Staff Sergeant Quincy was amazed. Tubas, your stomach just saved this entire patrol. They thought we had Humvees. Word spread through the outpost. The legend grew. Tubas and his tactical stomach. Command actually started using it strategically. During night operations, they'd position me near walls or in alleys where the sound would echo. Taliban would hear it, think vehicles were approaching, and reposition. Gave us tactical advantages. My stomach became a legitimate military asset. Got a commendation letter mentioning innovative use of available resources. Didn't specify what resources, but everyone knew. Came home in 2014, got out of the army, moved to Tennessee, started working construction. Thought civilian life meant leaving Tubas behind. First day on the job site, lunch break, my stomach does its thing. Crew foreman looks at me funny. You okay, Curtis? Yeah, just my stomach does that sometimes. One of the older guys, veteran from Desert Storm, suddenly perks up. Wait, Tubas? Curtis Tubas Hammond? Turns out he knew someone who served with someone from my unit. The story had spread through veteran networks. The guy whose stomach scared off Taliban. Now everyone at work calls me Tubas. My wife heard the story at a company barbecue, thinks it's hilarious. Tells all her friends about her husband with the famous stomach. We had a kid last year. At the hospital, nurse asked my name for paperwork. My wife answered before I could. Curtis Hammond, but everyone calls him Tubas. Had to explain the whole story to confused hospital staff while my wife was in labor. The nickname followed me from basic training to Afghanistan to civilian life to fatherhood. 20 years later, still Tubas. My son's birth certificate says father's name Curtis Hammond. But I guarantee when he starts school, somehow, some way, another military parent will recognize the name. And my kid will come home asking why people call daddy Tubas. That's when your military nickname becomes permanently stuck. When it outlives your service, your deployments, and follows you into the delivery room.